All right, let's jump right into a really fascinating question. How do you actually put a price tag on a human life? Now, I'm not talking philosophy here, I'm talking math, and we're about to pull back the curtain on the secret that makes the entire insurance world go round.
I mean, seriously, how do you do that? It sounds kind of impossible, doesn't it? But this exact problem is what actuaries have to solve every single day. Huge industries like insurance and pensions depend on them getting it right. So, what's their secret?
Well, it all starts by looking at the problem a little differently. You see, an insurance policy or a pension, it isn't just a piece of paper, it's a promise for financial security down the road. And the actuary's job is to figure out the exact price of keeping that promise. Just think about it for a second. Life insurance? That's a promise to pay your family if you're gone. A pension? That's a promise to pay you for as long as you're still here. The entire business model, all of it, hinges on getting the price of that promise right. So, to figure this all out, actuaries don't just guess or use a crystal ball. Nope. They use a really powerful mix of mathematics, and it's built on three core ideas: time, chance, and money. Let's break down how they weave those together. The number one tool in their toolkit is something called the expected present value, or EPV for short. It's this amazing concept that lets them take some payment that might happen in the future and figure out exactly what it's worth in today's money. This one idea, it's the bedrock of the whole profession. And the cool thing is, EPV is made from just three simple ingredients. First, you've got the amount. Pretty straightforward. How much is the promised for? Second, the discount factor. Because, a dollar tomorrow isn't worth as much as a dollar in your hand today. And third, and this is the secret sauce, probability. What are the actual odds that this payment even needs to be made? You multiply those three things together, and bam, you've got your value. Okay, so let's see how this EPV thing actually works in the real world. We're going to start with the first of two big types of products, and they're basically financial opposites. This first one, it's all about paying when someone dies. Now, in the industry, they have a formal name for it, an assurance. But for you and me, it's just classic life insurance. It's a promise that says, when this person passes away, we'll pay out a lump sum of cash. Simple as that. So if an assurance pays out on death, what's the total opposite of that? Well, that would be the annuity. An assurance is triggered by death, but an annuity is triggered by survival. It gives you a steady income for as long as you live. They really are two sides of the very same coin. So let's flip that coin over and take a closer look at the other side, paying for life with annuities. At its heart, an annuity is a really simple deal. It's a contract that says, hey, as long as you're alive, we're going to pay you a regular income. This is the engine that powers most retirement pensions, and it's designed to make sure you don't outlive your savings. And these things are super flexible. You can get one that pays out for your entire life or just for a specific chunk of time. The payments can start right away, or they can be put off until you retire. They can be sliced and diced in all sorts of ways to fit exactly what someone needs. Okay, so we've got assurances that pay on death, and we've got annuities that pay during life. They seem like total opposites, right? But this is where we get to the really beautiful, elegant secret at the heart of all of this. What if there was a direct mathematical connection between them? What if, by knowing the value of one, you could automatically figure out the value of the other? Well, there is. And here it is. It's called the premium conversion formula, and its real power is just how simple it is. The big A stands for the value of the assurance. That's the death benefit. And the little a stands for the value of the annuity, the living benefit. This one little equation shows that these two complete opposites are tied together forever. So here's the key takeaway. The formula proves there's a perfect inverse relationship. And if you think about it, it makes total sense, right? The more valuable your stream of living payments is, which means you're likely to be around for a while, the less valuable a single death payout becomes. And of course, the opposite is true too. So that's the theory. But here's where it gets really, really clever. How do actuaries use this relationship to price all the complicated products that aren't in their standard books? This part is just brilliant. Okay, let's say they need to price a 25-year life insurance policy for a 40-year-old. There's no standard table for that specific thing, so they build it. They start with a value they do know, a policy that covers the person's entire life. Then they figure out the value of a policy that would only start 25 years from now, at age 65. They take that value and subtract it from the first one. And what's left in the middle? the exact value of that 25-year promise. And after they run all the numbers, they get this, a very precise value. So for every $1 of payout, the expected present value in this specific case is just over 5 cents. And that little number isn't a guess. It is the pure mathematical price of that promise. And I love this little note from the source material. It's just a great reminder that even in this world of insane precision and high-stakes math, you still have to deal with the real world, with things like rounding. It's not magic, it's just very, very clever math. Okay, so let's pull all that together. What did we learn today? First, pricing a lifespan isn't about guesswork. It's all calculated using expected present value. Second, the whole industry is built on two opposite tools, assurances for death and annuities for life. Third, the actuary's secret weapon is that simple formula that links those two opposites together. And finally, that link lets them build the price for almost any promise imaginable, just by using simpler values they already know. So we started with what seemed like an impossible mystery, and we found this really elegant logic hiding right under our noses. Now that you know there's a real, rational method behind the price of these promises, does it change the way you think about your own financial future? That right there is the real value of understanding the actuary's secret.